बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। समा स्पेशल के साथ मैं हूं होस्ट सुमेरा खान और हस्बे वादा समा स्पेशल एक बहुत स्पेशल एपिसोड के साथ आज आपके सामने हाजिर हैं। इस वक्त मैं मौजूद हूं पाकिस्तान में फ़लस्तीन के सिफारत खाने में। 7 अक्टूबर 2023 का दिन कभी भी तारीख में भुलाया नहीं जा सकेगा। ये वो दिन था जिसने मिडल ईस्ट की तारीख में एक और नए चैप्टर का न सिर्फ इजाफा किया बल्कि इसको चैप्टर ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस कहा जाए तो मेरा ख्याल है कि उसमें बेजा नहीं होगा। आपको आज बताते चलें, हमारे साथ इस वक्त बहुत हमारे एक मोहतरम और हमारे बहुत खुसूसी मेहमान इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। फ़लस्तीन के सफ़ीर बराए पाकिस्तान डॉक्टर ज़ुहैर ज़ैद। इनको 5 माह हुए हैं पाकिस्तान में तैनात हुए और इन्होंने आखिरी फ़ेज़ जो कि सीज़ फायर इन गाज़ा अगर हम कहा जाए उसके अंदर बहुत गहरी नज़र रखी और सीज़ फायर के बाद से इजराइल और जो फ़लस्तीन में मज़ाहमत की तंजीमें जिनको दुनिया भर में सो बहुत एहतराम, इज़्ज़त और एक ऐसी नज़र से देखा जा रहा है कि जो शायद किसी के नसीब में वो इज़्ज़त ना हो। अगर हम इस तरीके से इस बात का आगाज़ करें तो बेहतर होगा। डॉक्टर ज़ुहैर ज़ैद का फ़लस्तीन और इजराइल के माबैन सीज़ फायर के बाद ये पहला मीडिया इंटरेक्शन है। हम उन्हें वेलकम कहेंगे। डॉक्टर ज़ुहैर, वेलकम टू पाकिस्तान फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एंड वेलकम टू समा स्पेशल and we thank you for your precious time and first of all congratulations on ceasefire as well, and we hope that the Palestinian people, they are living up to a new movement of resistance and resilience in Palestine.
First of all, thank you very much for having me on SAMAA News, and thank for all Pakistani people for the love and the respect that they are giving us as a Palestinians, for their support that did not stop from the beginning of the creation of this state until nowadays. Let us hope and wish that this ceasefire will become a permanent ceasefire, because still there is negotiation, there is phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. And the news what we heard from the Israeli side that they are trying to find the allegation to restart the war, to re-attack the Palestinians, especially after the meeting that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had with the President of USA, Trump, who gave him not just full support, but take the so strange initiative asking for evacuating our people from Gaza. He wants to buy our homeland and to make a Rivera there. This thing, all the world, all the states, all the nations in the world have been denied, have been refused. And the most important thing that the Palestinians will never accept such initiative.
Dr. Zuhayr, my first question from you, I'll derive my question from the comment you just made. According to the ceasefire agreement, Hamas was to release 33 Israelis, while Israel was to release 1,900 Palestinian prisoners. How many civilians have returned home so far, and how many of them are children? And how many Palestinian prisoners does Israel currently hold? So if you can give us a complete review or a detailed recap on the prisoner status.
This subject is very close to my heart because I was a prisoner.
Okay.
I spent 14 years in Israel prisons. I know very well what's the meaning of releasing Palestinians from the jail, the happiness, the welcome of the families for their beloved ones. Before 7th of October, we had 4,500 prisoners.
Okay.
Among them was 1,000 whom they called as administrative prisoners.
Okay.
It means that those they hold them on the basis of the Israeli intelligence reports. No one can see why they are taking them to
They never
prison.
share those reports?
No. Just the judge and what they giving the judge always accept, and they give them sentence for 6 months.
Okay.
Every 6 months, they will extend some of them.
Another 6 months?
Yeah, some of them, they spend 10 years
okay.
in such a situation. The others, there was a number of children, number of women. Some of our children, they entered the prison when they were 16 years.
And now they have grown men.
And
men and women.
When they release after so long time. Some of them grow up, and all his young stage spent in the prison and released 40 years. Some they, yes, because some they spend 30 years, some they spend 40 years. Some of my colleagues, one of them, he is now released to Egypt. Refused to release him in Palestine. He spent 40 years. The number became now more than 15,000 prisoners we have.
Palestinian people?
Yes. And we have their situation there in the prison had been changed totally. They are torturing them. They are do not giving them water, medicine. They do not allow them to have bath.
Keeping them in harsh situations.
In some situation, and this has happened in one of the Israeli prisons, they kidnap prisoners. They make a sexual harassment for them. And this is happen in the Israeli prisons. What they are doing for our prisoners, in my point of view, it's the same that Jews suffered in the Nazist centers in Germany before.
In the past?
Yes.
So they are doing the same thing to the Palestinians?
Yes, they are implementing the same instruments, the same torture. They use electricity, they use dogs to bite the prisoners. What thing they did not do against our prisoners? Everything they did to torture our prisoners. You can see them when they are released. They lost a lot of from their weight. Some of them they lost half of their weight. They are like a shade.
There are deaths as well?
Yes, there is more than 50 from 7th of October until now. There is about 50 prisoners had been killed in the prison.
Since 7th October
yes.
2023. And are they releasing all the civilians, Palestinian civilians, after the ceasefire, or they have changed?
It should be very clear. In the eyes of the Israelis, the toughs, the children, the women, no civilians, they are considering us, all of us, as a terrorist.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter. Some of them, they are children whom they have a sentence, life sentence in the prison.
Okay. So, Excellency, another very important question. What is the state of human rights right now in Palestine? Specifically, if I talk about the territory that is right now occupied fully by the Israeli authorities. And we can see that right now the flow is a little smooth. The flow of aid is a little smooth to the Palestinian territory, but it can hinder any time if the Israelis are not wanting it to go to the Palestinian people. So are they receiving everything from the international aid organization? And what's the scenario after the suspension of US aid in specific, if I ask?
Let me first of all give you some idea about the Palestinian state. All the Palestinian state, including Gaza, under occupation. All of us, all of our land. Because in Gaza, inside Gaza, there isn't Israelis, but there is a siege on Gaza. So Gaza was, before 7th of October, was a prison, a big prison, not more, not less. Now, regarding the international human rights organization or whatever, not just us, in the whole world, I think with what Israel committing and with this silence, many, they did not give the respect now for international human rights, because it's not enough to deny. It's not enough just to issue statements and to deny the Israelis. It's not enough. For instance, from ICC, International Criminal Court, to issue an appeal to capture Netanyahu and the defense minister. It's not enough. The international community should take action. They should take practical steps, not just to take Netanyahu and his defense minister to the court, but also to hold Israel responsible for all the atrocities that they are committing. They should hold them responsible for the genocide that they are committing. This can be through making a real steps, for instance, to impose on some states, especially the Western country, to stop sending weapons to Israel, to stop giving Israel immunity in front of the international organization, to recognize the Palestinian state, to put sanctions on Israel, on its settlers. It was very strange from the side of the American administrative in Yuli, whom removed the sanctions that the previous administrative had been taken against the extreme settlers, whom with the protection of the Israeli forces, also committing crimes against our people in the West Bank, burning houses, burning farms, burning cars, shooting and killing people and children. And more than this, also the Israeli forces nowadays invading our refugee camps in the West Bank. And it's really needed to be aware that the international community should be shy from their position. They should take action. It's enough. If they are speaking about humanity, if they want to speak about human rights, if they want to speak about stability, if they want to see peace, will not happen without taking the Palestinians their full rights.
Excellency, my next question is related to your last comment. Do you think the international community is doing enough to handle the situation? You sort of responded to that question in a halfway, but you also saw some Western countries speaking in favor of Palestinian people. They issued statements in support of people of Gaza, and they issued statements in the support of two-state theory and two-state ideology. But on the other side, we saw American State Department as well, that they clarified President Trump's statement that we never wanted to, it was not our intention to take over Gaza, but we wanted to rebuild it or rehabilitate it. So how do you see all these statements, the role of international community for the people of Palestine and the role of US on one side and its allies?
The state of Palestine recognized by more than 142 exactly
yes.
States recognized the state of Palestine on the borders of 1967. And all those agree and accept the two-state solution. Now, is this helping the Palestinian people? And this is a question that all Palestinians are highlighting. What can help us to just recognize our state? We want to see our state existing on the ground. We want to feel free inside our country. We want to practice all the aspects of life like all the nations in the world. We want to enjoy our freedom. We want to enjoy our life inside our state. So this is why I'm saying it's not enough just to declare that you are supporting Palestine or recognizing the state of Palestine. It's a very important step, but it's very important to take a real action to see the state of Palestine really existing on the ground without occupation, without the Israelis' settlements, without this sort of ignorance for the rights of the Palestinians to return to their houses.
Excellency, when you say action should be taken, then who exactly you are addressing? OIC, United Nations Security Council, or who's exactly the person or the organization you are addressing that they should take immediate action?
I am addressing all.
The whole world.
Without an exemption. But the responsibility is also divided. It means, as a Palestinians, we have more responsibility than others to take care of our issue, to continue our struggle, to fight for our freedom. This is our duty, but also from our brothers. If they are the Arab countries or the Muslim countries, we expect from them with their abilities to do, they are doing, and we are thanking them. We appreciate their role, and we know the limitation, and we know the pressure that they are under. But despite all that, we expect that at least to keep Palestine their first issue and to be united, like the Pakistani people, to be united supporting the Palestinians. From the international community, also, we need really more. It's not enough to express the support. They should put sanction in Israel. The Israelis should feel that there is a price for their continuation of their occupation to Palestine. And at the end, all the world, the whole world are feeling what's the result of keeping the Palestinian people without taking their rights. No stability, no peace. The escalation all over the world. This is what's happening nowadays also.
There are few people out there who are trying to say that what was the purpose of attack of Hamas? After this, everything happened. There were killings in thousands of Palestinian people. So how do you see this attack was good, timely, it attained something, it was result-oriented, or it's the thing that people from the Western countries are presume that the attack was just a failed attempt?
Let me tell you something. First of all, the rights for the Palestinians to resist had been accepted by all the international laws, including the United Nations. Any people under occupation, he has the right to fight for his freedom. And us, as a Palestinians, from all organizations. We are not exempted. We have the right to fight and to do whatever we can to liberate our country. 7th of October did not come from vacuum. 7th of October came after siege of more than 15 years on Gaza. The Israelis were determining how much calories should the Palestinian have. They are also determining how many liters of water they should have. This is the situation in Gaza. And also, to go back to the West Bank, confiscating land, building settlements, invading the holy places, especially the first Qibla, al-Masjid al-Aqsa, preventing people from going and practicing their beliefs there in the holy places. This is the situation before 7th of October. So, who expected from the Palestinian people to stand or surrender or not to fight? They're right, and it's a duty for Palestinians to fight for their freedom. This is one thing. Now, regarding the time, regarding the way, regarding the issue here is, it should be very clear. Hamas is an organization. Hamas not representing the Palestinian people. PLO is the sole representative for the Palestinian people. And its government, the Palestinian Authority. No party have the right to pull the Palestinian people or their state to any action or to war, like what's happened. I do not think that any legal state, legal government can accept that one party can take action and make a war against other state or taking action against
with anyone else.
So this is not accepted from Hamas, and it's not accepted from any other organization. As a Palestinian, we should find the way to be united. We should find the way to agree regarding the strategy that we should adopt and face this occupation. In general, this is our duty as Palestinians to be, because the Israelis from the beginning, they want to keep this fraction between Gaza and the West Bank. And all the time they took this as an allegation to stop in front of the world and to say that with whom we can make peace. And nowadays they are speaking very clearly and accusing both of us, the Palestinian Authority, Hamas, all. They do not want Hamas in Gaza. They do not want the Palestinian Authority in Gaza. They want to chase all of us. And we are together facing the same atrocity, the same Israeli policy. In general, this is our duty now to take the real action and to be united.
Excellency, U.S. President Donald Trump, in his last era, being a president of USA, he brokered a mega deal called Abraham Accord in the Middle East. What if he repeats the same and he tries to include other Middle Eastern states and countries in the same proposal? So if he comes up with the same proposal again, what would be the reaction of Palestinian people? And what would be the, if I call, instead of calling it reaction, what would be the response of Palestinian people and authorities?
He already took, but a new accord.
How?
A new accord. His dream now, because he failed in Abraham Accord. He failed under the strong positions that money from the Arab countries and from the Palestinians had been took. Saudi Arabia, with full respect for the King Salman and the Prince Mohammed bin Salman, were very clear that without solution for the Palestinian issue, without a Palestinian state, no normalization. Nowadays, he is coming with a new initiative. He wants to buy Gaza Strip and to make a Rivera there. He thinks that Palestine can be bargain or selling or buying like anything in his, as a dealer. This is his way. This is how he is thinking.
Do you think this behavior can affect the ceasefire pact and agreements in the phases in the future?
I am in Pakistan. Ask any Pakistani here, any Pakistani, if he will accept to give one stone from Palestine to any other who did not be a Palestinian or a Muslim. No one will accept Palestine for all of us as Arabs and Muslims. As a Palestinians, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God blessed us and gave us the rule to be just guards on this land. We are the guards. We are sharing Palestine, all of us. And this is our duty to keep our rule there. And we will never betray our brothers, the Muslims and the Arabs. This holy land with all its holy places, especially the first Qibla, will be just for Arabs and Muslims.
Excellency, we saw a very drastic change in the Middle East as well, in the shape of Syria. There was a regime change, and we saw the defense analysts and the experts of foreign relations, they are seeing a change in supply line from Iran to Palestinian resistance movement as well. Previously, even Iran accepted the fact that yes, we were supporting Palestinian movement and we'll keep doing that. But after that supply cut or a reduction in that supply line to Iran, from Iran to Palestine, what's the situation right now? It's the same, or you see any change in that military cooperation from Iran?
Regarding Syria, as a Palestinians, and I think we share this with all the Arab and Muslim world, we are with the choices of the Syrian people. Whatever they choose, we should support them. It will be in front of them a long way to rebuild their country and to have a free life. They suffered a lot in the past, and the Israelis also did not hesitate to occupy more land from Golan Heights, and also they strike Syria and demolish all their military abilities. They want Syria to be weak. This is the first thing. The second, regarding Iran and the supply of military
supplies.
Military supplies. The word in Hebrew, neshik. Weapons, I mean.
Okay.
The Iranians should take their hands out of our internal issue. Iran supports some organizations.
Okay.
Iran did not support all the Palestinians.
Okay.
The support of the Iranians in Lebanon for a community, for our brothers from the Shia community, for Hezbollah.
Hezbollah, yes.
Yes, not for the state of Lebanon. They should give the support for the state, for the legal representative of the Lebanese people. The same also before in Syria, they support the regime. In our case, they are supporting one or two organizations.
Okay.
They are not supporting the Palestinians. And with their support and their position, it can be, this is the reason beyond not reaching the unity until now, as the Palestinians. So from our side, they should also, the Iranians should respect the Palestinian integrity, legal authority, government, and they should not intervene. We are the one who can take care of our issue. We can choose our ways. We are mature enough. We fight the Israeli occupation for a very long time. And also as a Palestinian revolution, we help them, the Iranians. We give them the training in Lebanon before their revolution took over Iran.
Shiism.
Yes. At that time, we give them the training. We support them as Palestinians. Yasser Arafat was the first one who visited Iran. But Iran has been changed. They should change their policy. They should stop their intervention in our internal issues.
And support across the board.
Yes.
If they want to. And the second question is almost the same, that who benefited the most this regime change in Syria? Because entire chaos that happened in Syria and the regime change took place over there. So there was discussion in the region that the chaos would slowly and gradually travel from Middle East to South Asia. So how do you see the impact of this regime change and who benefited the most with this change in Syria?
Inshallah, we will pray that the Syrian people will benefit, not anyone else, and before everyone. And to see for them stability, to see prosperity, to see this change that leading Syria for a positive situation. This will reflect to the region, to the Middle East, to Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, and also to us as a Palestinians, to Egypt, to all the Arab world. If Syria will be, inshallah, stable, will go through the right way to develop the country, to rebuild the country, to find a way to be like other states in the world, this will benefit all. And it should be very clear. The Middle East is the center of the world. Stability there will reflect positively to the whole world.
Excellency, Pakistan is representing case of Palestine and its people on every available forum and its best ever capabilities and abilities. So my question from you would be, how would you rate all these efforts of Pakistan? And if you have in mind, what exactly you want more from Pakistan to put more effort into the cause and accelerate it?
They did a lot. And Pakistan helped us in all spheres. Pakistan had its brand fingers in state building. Many of our students, our officials had been graduated from here, from Pakistan. From the beginning of the creation of the state of Pakistan, and it continued until now. One thing I expected from the Pakistanis, to keep united, to take care of their country, to keep it stable, progressed, developed. This will give us the strength as a Palestinian. This is one. The second thing, always Palestine united the Pakistani people. its element of unity for all the Pakistani people. Please keep Pakistan as an element for unity in the Palestinian side. Don't allow anyone to do something wrong. It's very important. My heart with Pakistan, my mind with Pakistan, and we pray for the progress and the prosperity of Pakistan.
Excellency, thank you very much for your precious time. We really appreciate you, and we hope to see you again in future on Summer Special. Thank you very much.
Inshallah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
हमारे साथ मौजूद थे फ़लस्तीनी सफ़ीर बराए पाकिस्तान डॉक्टर ज़ुहैर ज़ैद, और बहुत तफसीली गुफ्तगू उन्होंने की। ख़ास तौर पे सीज़ फायर के हवाले से उन्होंने बहुत तफसीली बातचीत की कि अभी भी इसके ऊपर शक के साए मंडला रहे हैं, और देखना यह है कि अमरीकी इंतज़ामिया और पूरी दुनिया इस मामले को किस तरह से देखती है। तमाम तर दुआओं के साथ फ़लस्तीनी अवाम के लिए, जो कि इंतहाई खुददारी और एक जिसको गैरत और हमीयत कहा जाए उसके साथ अपनी बका की जंग लड़ रहे हैं और अपना घर छोड़ने को तैयार नहीं है, उनके लिए बहुत सारी दुआओं के साथ आपसे इजाज़त चाहेंगे। अगले समर स्पेशल में आपसे मुलाकात होगी। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।